Hi guys, so welcome to day 6 tutorial for the Node Express. In this tutorials we are going to go through the put request and with an example of put request. It's a very straightforward one, and then we'll then an assignment for you guys to work on a delete request. So let's get started. Okay, so in my last tutorial we have seen how we create an employee. We use joy validation for validating our input request coming from the client, and then we validate, we are sending the response back. So put is basically used when we want to update an already existing data, when we want to update a data. Okay, so suppose here I see employee ID 5 times one's name is John Cena and designation is senior wrestler. Suppose I want to update the information. So for this, we can use the put request for that. Okay, so in order to save the time, I have already have the code with me, so I'm just pasting it out. And so here, if you see, I have the same way. I have created a put request. First parameter will be my URL. So in this, I'll be using the request parameter, getting the employee ID, request.params, and I will also be using the body as well. So when I make a Swagger request, I'll be passing employee ID in the URL and designation and name in the body of it. So once I receive an information, obviously it's the same thing. I'll find out whether the employee exists or not. If it does not exist, I'll send the status as 404 and say employee not found, and then I'll validate the inputs from the request body, which is name and designation. So if it will go into my that function which we created in the last tutorials, it will validate it. If it's matches and validated successfully, then I'm going to update the employee data. So in this one, if you see this here, what I'm doing is employee, as you guys already know, find will give me an object, the first occurrence of a object. So, and when I get this object, I am replacing the already existing designation into that particular employee with the new one which I'm getting from the request. So my designation, which is this, suppose I pass it, which is this, will be updated with the new one, and same goes with the name as well. And once these are updating, I'm sending the employee which I found it with the updated information back as a response to the client. Okay, so let's get started. So let me start my JSON, and I've already created a Swagger JSON, and in the last tutorials I forget to show you guys the Swagger one. So let me show it right now. So in this case, I've already created a update employee. Okay, so in this I'm passing the EMP ID. My parameters in the get request will be my employee ID, and in my body I pass a separate request body. I have referred to the update employee in the component. So in the component, if you go to the update employee, I'm passing the name and designation. So let me go here and let me refresh this. Minimize all my. I'll go to update employee. So if you see the color changes for it, and I'll click and try it out. 5 times 1, and name I just want to answer it as John Wright instead of John Cena, and let me put the string as coach. Let me execute this. So it's executed and it gives me the updated name and designation for that employee. So if you go to the get all employee list and get the all list, you will get the updated one of John Knight and designation as coach. So let me try to change Virat Kohli. So I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 2. So suppose our name is MS Dhoni and designation is Indian captain. So I'm captain and I execute this. I'll call this as updated information. So if you go and get the list of the employees, you will see this is updated and I get the updated information back. So it's a very straightforward one, guys. So, uh, so if you it's almost the same thing. I'm just finding it out. The employee is no employee found. Let me put some wrong employee information as well. Let's see what will happen. Put this and I execute this. It says employee not found. So my this validation of employee not found runs. Okay, and suppose if I pass something less than 5, and suppose 1, 1, 2, 5, and I put something less than 5. So if I execute this, it says name length must be at least 5 characters long. So yes, guys. So oops, I cannot set property designation of undefined. I get this. Let me see what I did as why it gave me this error. What was the response? Uh, Let me see validate requested body. Sure, why it comes up. Let me again do it. Let's see where that was. Let me console the employee and let me start it again. Execute. So it's me. Name not okay, that's fine. And let me control set this one. Execute. So it gives me the response back as MS Sony. And what else? If I suppose pass it does not exist. Oh, in this case, cannot set designation of undefined. So in this case, where I entered 6, which does not exist. So in this case, it gives me through an error. Cannot set property designation of undefined. So because the body dot designation is there, so but it does not exist. Let me quickly do one. Let me just try to console because about it or designation. See what will happen in this case. Execute. Oh, it's okay. I got it by saying so because it does not exist and still it's get into this. So that's the reason I received this error. So in order to avoid this, suppose if I type if employee means it exists, then it should send me the below response. So let me do this. Again, let's see now. Execute. Employee not found. So it gives me the right one now. So this is because that I have not put any condition. So it was executing this, but since JavaScript is a synchron, so it goes into this one and it kills me. So yeah, that was the issue. So five and let me put it as KL Rahul as vice captain for this one. Let's see how what it comes. So it returns me here the vice captain, and I execute the list of employees. It's updated. So it's very straightforward, guys. So I will request you to please do a practice, and as a homework, please work on the delete request. In the delete request, you need to remove the item from an array of list. So there are many functions available for array. Please go through it, and definitely you guys will be able to complete this as well. Okay. So that's all for the day today. And guys, if you like my video, please subscribe. And also, I'll be uploading all my videos to this particular programming webtools.in, and I'm uploading all these here as well. So please do visit, and if you like it, please do subscribe my channel. It will keep me
Hi guys,
motivating.
welcome to
Thanks a
Tech.
lot. Have a nice day. Bye.